Are you a procrastinator? Do you put things off? Do you have a million ideas, but for some reason, never get them done? Well, stay tuned because today we are talking about taking action for success. Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee Chat with Danny, where we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8:15-ish Pacific Standard Time, bringing you tips, tools, and inspiration to help you become the best possible lady boss that you were born to be. That's right, for those of you that don't know me, I am Danny. I am the lovely Danny here. And I develop business skills in female entrepreneurs. So I help them with their time management, their leadership skills, and overall communication. So a lot of us struggle with this procrastination thing or this idea thing, right? So if you know somebody who needs to take some action, who is stuck in procrastination land, share this out with them, tag them below, let them know that they are not alone. And today we're going to talk about a couple of things to kind of help maybe shift to that. So grab your coffee, grab your water, grab your soda, your protein shake, your tea, grab something because we're getting started. So have you ever had an idea? And I'm talking like this idea that you're like, oh, this is amazing. This is so awesome. And you feel this like energy through you that's like, yeah, this is such a great idea. Like, yeah, I like this. What happens? It stays in your thoughts, right? You might share it with somebody. You might tell somebody, hey, I've got this really cool idea. Or something might spark in you and you're like, ooh, that's a really good idea. Maybe you have somewhere that you jot them down, right? You keep a book of all your ideas. Has anybody ever had that idea and then all of a sudden you see somebody else doing the same exact thing that you said you were going to do? Or maybe it's the same exact thing, maybe slightly different, and now it's like mass produced, right? Or maybe it's a campaign idea that you had for marketing your business and you thought it was such a cool idea and you're like, oh, I'll start that next month or maybe later in the year. Next year, I'll do it next year. Is that you? That's you. Let me know below. I know that's me. That's definitely me. I know I have done that. Where I've had this really cool idea and it's like, oh, I'll do that later. Or I'll hold off on it until the time's right, right? And what tends to happen though? Somebody else does it. They take your idea. They do that marketing campaign. They build that business, right? We've seen this happen a million times. The problem is we didn't take action. We decided, and I love how Brian Tracy says this, is we decided to go to Someday Isle. Yes, we have this idea and we move it into, and we go and visit Someday Isle. And who's on Someday Isle? Other people with their someday ideas, right? And when we start talking about what's the conversation on Someday Isle? Generally, it's excuses of why we can't do it now. Why we have to wait till someday. And we all get together, right? And we're like, yeah, me too. I can't do that because of that too. Yeah, I have to wait too. Yeah, this has to happen first and then I can do that, right? Have you been on Someday Isle? The problem is we go to Someday Isle and we stay there. So we had this really cool idea. We went to Someday Isle. We hung out there, chillaxed, talked about it with other people, but never took action. The key, you see, to success is to actually take action, to actually do it, to do something. We are at the mid-month right here. We are at the 15th of the month. We have the rest of the month, 16-ish days, to get things done, to take action, to not think about the past 2 weeks and what has been done or not been done, or what ideas have come to us, and take action on them. We have the ability right now to take action. But yet we always have the ability. Sometimes people will say, like, if you've been thinking about doing something on June 1st, why can't you do it now? What is holding you back from starting to do it now? Because we want to live, we want to guide ourselves by action, not by thought, not by ideas. Don't get me wrong. I am all about, and in a second, we're going to talk about how visionary and how it is so important to get your thoughts straight. But that is not the only thing that we need. We need the combination of having the idea, because ideas are like slippery fish. If we don't take action on them, they simply fall out of our hands. If you ever try to hold a fish, like, it just slips right out of your hand. It's the same thing with an idea. It just goes. If you don't take action on it, it's gone, right? You may write it down and then forget about it. You wrote it in a book and you've never looked at it again, right? I don't know how many classes I used to take where I would take all these notes and I'd be so inspired, right? Like one of my very first introductions to Franklin Covey, Stephen Covey, all of the Coveyness, right? I wrote all these fabulous ideas and I wrote down all these great notes about things that I wanted to change and things that I wanted to do. And I probably started to do them a little bit for a couple of weeks or so. But then what happened? All of life that tends to happen came in and I stopped. I stopped looking at those notes. I stopped thinking about what it was that I had thought about. The ideas were gone. I never even went back to that book until when? A couple of years later, when I took the same exact class. Have you done that? Gone back and taken the same exact class because you want that inspiration again. You want that energy, that drive again, right? But we had the notes there. As I started to write new notes, it's like, this sounds familiar. So that night I went home and I opened up my notes because I had them. I kept them on a shelf. Not this one. I looked back and I had wrote almost the same ideas, maybe some shifts because things had changed in those couple of years. But I had some really great ideas that I was like, why didn't I implement these things? Why didn't I do these things? I'd be so much further along had I done that, right? I don't know if I've told the story here, but back in, I want to say it was like 2003 or so, a couple of friends of mine and I had an idea to start a blog. This is when blogs were just starting to begin, right? There was very, very little about blogging, very, very little about building a blog or what that looked like. We're talking, 14 or so years ago, we had this idea. And we started, right? We took one little step and we started researching and we started thinking about domain names and, right? But there was so much to do that all of us just kind of fizzled out. We just stopped. We stopped that idea that we had. And who knows if that could have been a successful blog now, where we could have been making money on advertising and sponsorships and whatnot on that blog that we would have started 14 years ago, before blogs were the thing. Now everybody has a blog. There's blogs everywhere, right? But that was when it was just starting, just the tips of starting. That was a slippery fish that we let go. We let it go. So what I want you to take away from today is 4 quick things, and then I'm gonna give you an example of something. Number 1, you have an idea, act quickly, take action, transition. This is number 2, from idea to action, like that. quickly. If you have that idea, do something within the next hour. Do something. One little tiny step towards it. And then do another thing and do another thing. Every single day, do something. That's number 3. Every single day, do something. So number 1, if you got an idea, take action on it quickly. Number 2, transition from idea to action. Do it within an hour. Do it in the next minute. Do it quickly. If it has to go 24 hours, okay. Only you can be the judge of that. But I'm telling you, the sooner you do it, the quicker you do it, the more momentum you'll start to gain, okay? Then do something every day after that. So if today you have an idea, you take an action on it today. Tomorrow, take another action. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way down. Every single day, start doing one thing towards it. Make that one little, and it can be a tiny, tiny little step, but keep moving forward, okay? And number 4 is to follow your intuition. A lot of the times we don't do this. We start asking other people's opinions and ideas, and we don't know what we already know. Hello, it's inside of us. We know. That little voice inside of us knows. We don't always follow it. Follow it. Follow that idea. See where it takes you. As dumb as it may seem, do it. Okay? The last thing. Oh, so I'm gonna give you an example really quick of Gary Vee. So do you guys know Gary Vaynerchuk? If you don't, go check him out. He's definitely a hustler, let me just say. I don't always agree with everything that Gary Vee says, but this one thing I absolutely agree with, and it is when a lot of the times what we do is, let's say we were to meet with somebody today, and for some reason that meeting gets canceled. What do? We take an extended lunch. We might go and watch YouTube videos for that hour. We might just go shopping for that hour. But we could have done something else. We could have stood in action mode. We could have stood in moving forward, right? And don't get me wrong, that action could be calling your mom, calling your spouse, checking in with the kids, hanging out with the kids, doing something with the kids. But it's doing something that is moving you towards your goals, right? So even if it is 15 minutes, take that 15 minutes. Maybe you were supposed to hop on a call for somebody and it was a 15-minute call. Call somebody else. Reach out to somebody else. Write that email. Read those couple of pages of a book that you've been trying to complete. A lot of the times, and I was talking to one of my clients this weekend about this, was if it was a course that she was taking and it was an hour-long course, right? She thought she had to carve out an hour, and so she couldn't carve out an hour, so she wouldn't do it, right? It was the idea of this time that she had, that this to do this thing, instead of taking 15 minutes while she was on the train to watch one portion of it, or watch a bit of it and then do some writing about it, and then go watch another 15 minutes later on in the day when she had time. Yes, we want to try to carve out that hour so we can focus in, but if that's not ideal, that doesn't mean that we stop ourselves from doing it. We still do it. We do it in the time that we can. And so look for these opportunities throughout your day where you can do that, right? If you're waiting in the car to pick up your kids from school, right, and you got there a couple of minutes early, take that moment to pull your phone out. We all have it. Pull out your phone, write a quick email, call a quick client, follow up with somebody, right? Do something. Maybe it is engaging on your in your Facebook groups, or engaging on your Instagram, right? Or pulling out Facebook Live and doing a quick 10-minute video or 5-minute video on something that's on your mind, or something you want to tell your group, your tribe, your community, right? Do it. If you have that idea, take action. I don't know how many times I've done that, where I've had this great idea and I just let it fall. So I'm going to talk about something. I'm going to talk about belief. I'm going to talk about belief on Wednesday. I was going to talk about something different, but I feel like it's something that in this conversation we need to expand upon, and I want to keep this video short. So I'm going to talk about it on Wednesday, and it's going to be about belief and why this sometimes stops us. Okay, so today I want you to take one of those fabulous ideas that you have been procrastinating on for days, weeks, months, years, and take action on it today. Do one little thing today. Something before midnight tonight. Do something. One little thing, okay? And I don't mean tell somebody else. I mean do something to get you one step closer. All right, so that is it for today. Speaking of following my intuition, speaking of taking action on an idea, I decided at the beginning of this month, so we're like 2 weeks ago, May 1st, literally, I had a workshop and I was putting together my notes and I was reviewing them, and I had this idea and I thought, okay, this is a great idea. I really want to do this. And I got so excited about it that I took action and I told the people on that call what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and I signed them up immediately. I took action. So I have a special announcement coming up. I've worked out the details. I'm still fine-tuning a couple of things, and it's launching July 1st. I am not waiting until 2018. I am not waiting for months and months and months. I decided to take action, and I've been taking steps every single day, and it's absolutely gained so much momentum. I'm starting to talk about it with other people and invite them to join. And so I'm going to have a special announcement. I'll be announcing it on Thursday, so look forward to that. But it is something that I'm launching July 1st. You don't want to miss out on this, let me tell you, because it's a great opportunity. It's going to be at a really great price point if you sign up early. So that is the announcement for today. I want to remind you to go out and have a great day, right? Take some action, and remember to be you and to be amazing. Bye.